I go into the Circle K just now to get a drink and a hot dog. And it's the same chick working last night, you know, that pissed me off. She was upset at me because this morning when I went in, I told the manager what happened. How she basically, I went to get a Coke and there was, she was mopping the floor and there was a yellow sign saying, "Be careful." I had my headphones on and I didn't hear what she said, but afterwards she told me she was telling me to wait till the floor dries before I got my drink. And she said I was being rude. And I said, I didn't hear you. And typically when those things are up, it just means be cautious, you know? So I told her about that. And then I told her about the dude outside that was passed out, that I had to call the fucking paramedics on. So this morning I told her boss about all that shit. And her boss agreed with me that she should have let me get my drink without me having to wait for the fucking floor to dry. So I go in there right now and the machine's down. And I get a hot dog and a canned Coke. And I can tell she's a little like upset with me. And then after I get the drink and I get some cash back, I go, I could be an ass, smart ass. I go, it was a pretty exciting night last night, wasn't it? She goes, yeah. You're damn right it was fucking exciting night last night, bitch. Literally, there's a dude passed out, barely breathing. I'm trying to shake him to wake his ass up, and he's just non-responsive. So I called 911, and I filmed it. Within 7 minutes, they had a paramedic here, an ambulance here, and the sheriff showed up. Literally. This is not LA, man. This is fucking Rancho Mirage, man. Thousand Palms. So, literally, we got a station. The training facility's just up the street. These fuckers were here in 7 fucking minutes. And must have been about, let's see, there were 2 people in the ambulance. There was 1 sheriff that showed up. And there must have been like 4 or 5 firemen that got out of this fire truck. And they're just trying to wake him up and shit like that. And he must have been in the hospital already because he had a wristband on. His name was John, I guess. But anyway, yeah, they took him to Eisenhower. I mean, the dude was just out of it, man. Shallow breathing. He said he wasn't on any drugs, but, when you see a guy, I knew he was, he looked like he was sleeping. Excuse me. But when people are sleeping and you ask them if they're okay or tap their shoulder, they usually wake up, right? This guy wouldn't wake up for nothing, man. He was dead to the world. I mean, if this dude hadn't been breathing, you'd think he was dead. So yeah, I did my good deed. And they had him over at Eisenhower. Yeah. Like, if this had been LA or Orange County, they probably would have shown up in 20 fucking minutes. Here it was like 5 minutes, literally. By the time I called, I was waiting 5 minutes. And then I was sitting there. He was next to where the air compressor is. So I was sitting right next to on the air compressor, waiting for him to show up, keeping an eye on him. And so when they got there, I told them I was the one that called, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so, I possibly saved a man's life last night. I don't know. But I feel good. It makes you feel good. A lot of people, 9 out of 10 people would have just walked past the motherfucker and just left him there. I told the girl on the inside, she didn't seem to want to give a fuck. Yeah, so I had to do the good deed. Yeah, it makes you feel good. Obviously, he needed to go to the hospital. Obviously, he was homeless. I don't know if he'd been drinking or what, but Yeah, they got him over. They took him to Eisenhower, which is shit. Not even 10 minutes from here. One of the best hospitals in California. So that's why I said to her, it was an exciting night last night. Yeah, I know the boss told her about the drink incident. I mean, if you've got a yellow, like, what do you call it, cone up, it's just basically, in the history of my life, anytime anybody has put a yellow cone up, it basically even says on it, just be cautious. There's the floor it's a wet floor. It doesn't say, don't walk here, don't go here, wait till it dries. What do I do? Wait till the fucking floor dries? Take 15 minutes. And then she said I was rude for not following her orders. Fuck her. She's a fat ass Mexican. Yeah. But I'm not worried about her doing shit to me. Yeah. So that was that story, folks. Boys and girls, even a smartass like me does good deeds occasionally.